When I opened it up, how's everybody feeling? This is just a check in with folks. So, as I'm doing a little maintenance on the side over here, let me open up the lines and how's everybody doing?
Sleepy.
One word answers don't suffice. Tell me what. Tell me what's up, honeybee.
I've
Hello.
been sleepy all day.
Oh, sleepy. Hi, Jolynn.
Hi, how are you?
Very well today. How are you?
So excited. For the first time in my career, I sat at a trial. Well, it was I'm so excited. But the guy got 15 years.
All right.
15 years for a sexual trial thing for 15 years. So I'm just so excited that the um, the laws are hopefully turning to really look into more of the sexual assaults, especially with minors. And the
Absolutely.
younger the children are as the victim, the judges are coming into the account of giving them the extension of the, not extension, but the 15 years, which is the maximum. So I'm happy.
Absolutely. That's a good thing. That's a good
Yeah,
thing. I am always for leaving the children alone, especially sexually.
yeah,
So I do believe that has its own built-in karma, and it sounds like today that karma came back around, and I'm always happy when people get the karma they deserve.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm happy with them.
Good, good, good. Anybody else? I'm gonna look real quick and see if I can see if somebody says something on Facebook. If you have, I will come and oh, nobody said anything. So good. All righty. Well, we're gonna move on into the subject today. We're still dealing with the physical self, accountability and responsibility of your entire physical environment. And last the other day we talked about, where and how and why we live the way we previously and slash currently live. And that goes a long way into being healthy and living a healthy and a safe and secure lifestyle. The wheres and the hows normally are dictated by the whys. But that was a great experience. But today we're gonna talk about a key word is inspire, and what that is pertaining to authentic physical experience or authentic physical living and mastered self or soul lifestyle upgrades. Um, I know this may seem like a foreign concept to some. However, we do understand the difference between living a soul based life and a 3D based life. Is that's not a foreign concept I'm bringing to anybody. Is it we can either like the Bible said, we can either render under Caesar's what is Caesar's, or we'll give God what is God's. Either you're doing something, you're following your soul, or you're following somebody else's plan. And that's what 3D is. 3D is a bunch of people following a bunch of other people's plan. And the people who have the plan convince the other folks that they're part of it. And you're not.
Mhm.
You're really not. And the only plan you're a part of is your own. So today we're going to talk about authentic physical experience, authentic, you know, the authenticity of your physical existence, not the superficialities of your physical life. I really give zero and you know what about the superficiality of your life. Really, I don't care. And I don't think anybody cares about mine. So I'm talking about the authenticity of your physical existence. So first thing we want to talk about, um, because I believe it's the most important area and the best slash worst way we can treat our body is through food. So, how? This is a question I want everybody on the call, if you're live or even if you're watching this on a replay, if you didn't catch this live, ask yourself this question and be honest. If you ain't gonna be honest, there's no need to even be on the call. How and what, and then in parentheses, put when do you feed your body? How and what, and then and when is the intervals? So how do you feed your body? And what do you feed your body, and at what intervals? There's a lot going around. I've never ever been on a diet other than what I call the seafood diet.
Whatever you see, you eat.
I see food and I eat it. Yes, absolutely. That was how I lived probably the first 41, 42, maybe 44 years of my life, where I just saw food and ate. I knew about the alternative diets, and I never really had an issue with a diet. I knew about, I had stomach issues as a kid, but as long as I didn't eat certain things, I was okay. As I gotten older and dealt with ailments and dealt with this and dealt with that, it became apparent that as much as outside factors were playing a part in my illness and ailments, the stress of a job, stress of attempting to fit in somewhere where you didn't, just a whole bunch of financial issues and the crumbling of the American dream, the big lie that the air got poked out of the whole time. So there, it was a big change that came from me, but I knew about, alternatives, this and that. So how and what kind of go together? Vegan? Anybody vegan on the call? Anybody could talk about vegan? Honey, can you talk about some vegan?
Yeah.
Please do. Share with me.
I went vegan for a year and a half. I lost about 65 pounds. I felt great. I went from a size 12 to a size 4, but I was also working out 5 days a week. That was probably, I want to say that was around the time I started my spiritual journey.
Mm-hmm.
It was a few years after I started my spiritual journey, and the relationship with myself had gotten so much better. Me being able to set boundaries and be more disciplined, be more grounded, be more focused, be more connected to my highest self, my connection with spirit. Like everything was so much more clear because I was feeding my body. Like organic, whole, alkaline foods.
Absolutely.
And I had much more energy. My skin was clear. My teeth were, shiny, white, pearly. Hair is growing long, full. Nails are healthy. Like everything is so much healthier.
Absolutely.
Being vegan. And of course, when I got together with my ex, he wasn't vegan. So that conflicted with my dietary restrictions a bit. And I started kind of like diving back into eating some red meats and stuff.
Right.
And I noticed.
No, I just thought of something. I don't see any of the guys on the call, but some of the guys may get this on a replay. Guys, when you're in a relationship and your woman go on a diet, have anybody said this like me? Just because you're on a diet don't mean I can't eat what I want to eat.
That was definitely his. That's
a tough thing. That's a tough thing.
But me being the lady of the house, I controlled the kitchen. So whatever I ate, he ate.
Absolutely. Look, it was like when I was a kid, man, my grandmother didn't give a crap about what I put in my order like a restaurant in the morning. She's like, boy, you're going to eat what I cook. Right. And that's it. That's all. You know, vegan, gluten-free. I was misdiagnosed with, oh man, what is the name of that thing? But they said that I couldn't eat gluten. So there was a time for a couple of months I was gluten-free. You mentioned Honeybee, you mentioned organic. Now is and organic, I always knew about organic. I grew up on a farm, so everything I ate when I was a kid, not a farm, but you know, my grandmother had it all in the backyard. So everything I ate was organic. Now, you talked about vegan, Honeybee. What is the difference, if any, is it between vegan and plant-based?
So plant-based is just having like plant-based products. So products such as like the Impossible Burgers and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the vegan is more of a lifestyle than it is a diet.
Absolutely.
When you're vegan, you don't, not only are you not eating animal products, you're also not wearing those animal products.
Absolutely.
So you're not partaking in it in any type of way.
Absolutely. I didn't put this on there, but I know I would be remiss to mention it. Vegan versus vegetarian. I know there's a little bit of a difference in that, right?
Right.
Okay. How about this, you guys? Fast food / dining out versus cooking for yourself. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I would say out of every 100 meals, I cook 88, and 12 I don't.
It depends on the week for me.
Absolutely.
Like last week was my birthday, and yeah, I don't think I cooked once last week.
Right on.
But yeah, I plan on cooking from here on out for a while.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that was rare.
Because we do know, you know, other than obvious financial benefit of cooking for yourself versus dining out or fast food, we do know that you have a slightly better chance of not having a coronary if you go to a regular restaurant versus one of them drive-throughs or something like that. However, but if you want a hamburger that bad, you can cook one at home.
It's just the convenience. You know, a lot of people know Americans is being lazy, and that's why we have so many fast food places. We too lazy to go in the kitchen after time and make us a meal. So the drive-through is so much more convenient. Just hop in your car and drive over there.
I got it.
You know,
I got it. You know what killed? You know what is funny to me, and you know we're not going political on here, but what is funny to me that there is something that kills more people every year that nobody even talks about, and that is obesity and the complications from that. Nobody talks about it, and we encourage you, go to the drive-through and cooking for yourself is much more healthier. Plus, you get a better opportunity to know exactly what you're putting in your body. You know.
Well, now it's DoorDash.
Say that again.
I said, well, now it's DoorDash. You ain't even got to leave your house to go get food. You could tell them to bring it to you.
I get that. I just
ordered DoorDash too.
But do y'all really realize what is really happening? Folks are having a meal cooked miles away from them. You don't know who is in the kitchen, who is doing what, and then somebody like me or you picks it up.
So you just about to ruin this for us, huh?
Well, no, I'm not. A lot of people don't understand.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Energy works.
Say that again, Honeybee.
I said a lot of people don't necessarily understand energy and how energy works. when you have these people in these fast food places with the nasty attitude,
yes,
the energy and everything else, making your food and putting all that energy into your food. I just watched this documentary on Hulu the other day. I forget the name of it, but it was talking about how farmers to have like these huge commercial farms, and I won't get too into it, but how they treat the animals on their farms. And I read this book years ago, watched several documentaries, but the guy almost went into detail about how the way the animals are treated.
Yeah.
And they're depressed and they're angry and they're sad, and like the calves are taken from their mothers, and the male cow, the bulls are murdered, and the heifers, like the female cows, they're raped and everything else. Like all of that, when those animals are killed at the end of the day, all of that goes into your body when you eat it. So it's not just that, but it's the people.
It's the people on the kill floor. I worked in the meat plant. You preach to the choir. I worked in the meat plant. So Quelo Meat in Tulare, California. Yeah, it was one of those jobs that really did a lot for me and let me know that manual labor and physical work wasn't my bag. Absolutely. Absolutely. You do have to take into consideration the energy that we just think that we got a hamburger on a bun. We don't know we have no clue. The average person doesn't have any clue where that burger, where it even came to before it even got to the restaurant to get cooked. So all of that is in there, and all of whatever else that they put in those things, they're in there. It's just safer. If you want a hamburger and you are able cook for yourself. If you can't cook for yourself, I advocate get your asses up and go to a restaurant. Don't have nothing delivered to your house like that. Not from, just go. Is much better, and you have a much better dining experience, because I'm kind of weird. I check out the restaurant. I make sure it's clean. If my waiter got a funky attitude, I'll ask to go sit somewhere else. And plus, it's your money. It's your money. So there's an energy attached to that as well. So I have my share of fast food. When Burger King had that 2 Whoppers for $5, I wore out some Burger King, man. Sure did. I'm not saying I cook everything all the time, but you got to be mindful, man. We just have to be more mindful. We're spending more money. Food costs more. Gas costs more. Everything's costing more. Just be more mindful and do your body some good. That cooking for yourself, that's self-care and self-love too. And your energy that you put in your food. Let's talk about the liquids that we deal with. We're not even gonna go to any alcohol or beverages like that. I'm talking water, juice, coffee, smoothie, teas. What are some of the combinations? I'm a tea, 2 tall cups of Earl Grey tea in the morning, and then it's alkaline water until I have one of my 2 Hanson's natural sodas per day. I don't do any smoothies, no nothing like that. That's my thing. Give me some of y'all's fluid intake throughout the day.
I love dandelion. First of all, I've been drinking all types of teas. I feel like the one girl from Scott Pilgrim versus the World, she went through like 70 different teas. But I drink all like dandelion root, red clover, lavender, and chamomile. Like I drink all like tea any time in the day. I drink that more than I drink anything else.
Okay.
Just tea and lots of water, spring water, alkaline water. I do love shakes, EMOS shake.
Okay. All right. And there's no wrong answers, except for however much water each of us are drinking a day. No matter how much it is, double it, because it's still not enough. Even if you're getting 1,000 gallons, get 2,000 gallons a day. It's not. You can never drink too much water, ever. ever. And it's the most natural thirst quencher ever. Whoever created all of this, they knew what they was doing. Because water is bomb diggity, man. Especially some good room temperature alkaline water. It's bomb diggity. Bomb diggity, man.
Yes.
Any coffee drinkers? Any coffee drinkers? Anybody hell on wheels until they get that first jolt of caffeine in the morning? I'm not irritable in the morning, but I sure like my vibration once I start sipping on that Earl Grey. Until my Earl Grey is ready, yeah, I can't even really sit down yet. Yeah, I got to. Yeah, not that I'm a butthole or anything, but yeah, people are grateful that I talked to them after Earl Grey and not before. Yeah, you guys. Especially those that I talk to in the morning. Yeah. I always wait till after my Earl Grey to talk to y'all. Cause I just like the bergamot in it, the caffeine, and I got this thing called Zest tea. It's supercharged Earl Grey. So, but I drink enough water, I fill this thing up 16 times every day, and 16 times 16 ounces. So it is what it is. We need to drink less processed sugars, less carbonated things. I'm never going to tell anyone what to do as an adult. You can drink or not drink alcohol at your leisure. However, know that if you do drink alcohol, it is much better to drink it straight than mixing it with anything, especially anything with a bunch of sugar in it. Because the alcohol itself got enough sugar in it.
I like my coffee. I won't spend no $6 on a cup of coffee, but I do like coffee.
All right. Yeah. I'm with you on that, Jolene. I won't spend $6 on a nice cup of bergamot tea, but I'll spend $6 on a whole box of it. Sure will, and brew it at home and I'm so bad I'll take it with me. If I'm going to breakfast, I'll take my tea with me.
Me too.
I sure will.
I carry tea bags in my purse.
Look, all I need is hot water, dog. That's all I need. Can you give me some hot water? No. Can I go in the bathroom? The water in the sink will work for now. If you don't want to give me no hot water, I'm for real on that. So, what type of liquids, what type of fluids, juices, things of that nature, be mindful, and I'm recommending to everybody, whatever your water intake is throughout a day, double it, and you won't hurt yourself. I promise you. And you'll sleep better. Yeah, you will. Last thing on how, what, and when do you feed your body? Let's talk about this. Prescription medications, supplements versus holistic methods.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Honeybee. I know you got something to say about this. Go ahead. I'm gonna wait. I will give you my input in a second, but you go ahead.
Okay. I use an example that I use quite often. When my mom, when she was alive and she was diagnosed with cancer, she started taking. This is a person that, for a while, she had one medication that she was taking for years, and we from Louisiana, so we don't really have the best eating growing up, but all of that trickled over into her getting cancer, along with some emotional challenges she was dealing with. After she was diagnosed with it, she went from having 5 prescriptions to 10 to 15, and then boom, all of a sudden she got high blood pressure. And I'm sitting with her in the doctor's office, and the doctor's like, she's going to take this drug for high blood pressure. I was like, no, she's not. And the reason I said it is because I used to work for a health insurance company, and I noticed that a lot of the elder people that called in were taking that specific drug, and all of them had the same side effects. Right. And so I did some research, looked up the side effects that were associated with that specific drug. And I was like, no, she's not taking that. She already has to deal with, radiation and chemo and this and that y'all are giving her. She's not dealing with that too. And she's like, well, what am I going to do about the high blood pressure? And I'm like, let's do some research. So we go home. I did some research, and I was like, okay, this is what works. I juiced her some cherry tomatoes, a dash of cayenne pepper, had her drink some water, went for a 20-minute walk, and her high blood pressure dropped like immediately. Anytime I'm dealing with anything that most people would say requires a drug, I'll do my research and I'll see what other natural thing I can do to counter that, because all of these prescription drugs have so many different side effects. And for every one drug, there's at least 5 to 20 or more different side effects. And then that means 2 to 10 more drugs you have to take with it. Absolutely. And it's an endless game of more drugs and more drugs and more drugs. And it's just a way. I'm not going to go into that part, but it's not conducive to health, like better health. So.
Oh, well, no, there's no money in the cure. There's money in treating the symptoms and keeping you sick. But there's, if you're curing people, then there's no money in that. They get it one time and get the cure. No. Yeah. Prescription medications, some of y'all know my history on this call already about this. Some of you don't. I'm just going to give a little brief one. 2007, 2008, I had a issue with my colon, was misdiagnosed with 7 different ailments: diverticulitis, Crohn's disease, celiac disease, you name it. They told me I had it, right? And every prescription that they gave me, see, I'm that nerd. If you give me, I forget what they call that sheet now. I used to know what it was called. But they used to give me that sheet and I would read it and I was like, hold up, doc. So you mean to tell me you want to prescribe me this pill that the main side effect is the same thing that I go through with this ailment? I said, make sense to me. Why would I take something that one of the side effects is I will feel the exact same way that I feel without taking it? I said, why would I even want to take that? Do you know that of all that medication they kept giving me and these tests they kept sending me through, fill my body up with so much toxins? I'm a tall, skinny cat. I've never really had too much weight on me. I'm as heavy now as I've ever been, other than this one time that I'm going to tell you when these doctors kept pumping me with all of these medications. I ballooned up to 253 pounds. Now, for the folks that know me personally and have been up close and personal to me, y'all all know that me at 253 pounds, I was a pig. That's just me. That's like me right now with 33 more pounds. Yeah, no, yeah, and it wasn't, dun, 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 it was all in the place it always goes, from the top of my stomach to my butt. That was it. So I've been, my grandmother, she was a holistic medicine woman, and everything that ever was wrong with me, she would go out in her yard and she had something growing in her yard, and she would go out and tell me to go get this, and go get that root and this, and take off this branch and get the bark from that tree and bring it in here. And then she throws something else in there and some vinegar and whatever, and make it into a ball and put it in a piece of cotton or a piece of t-shirt and say, now put this over here on your ear. Well, Granny, what's hurt is on my knee. Yeah, but put it on your ear and it'll get where it needs to go. I just did what she told me to do. I much rather all of us practice holistic methods for the most part. Now, if you break your leg, take your butt to the hospital and let them reset your leg and put a cast on. Don't take this as I'm saying I'm against all of modern medicine. No, I'm not against modern medicine. I'm just against those folks who are still practicing it and not doing it for real. Any of us that have been in sports, we have practice and you goof around and practice and you work on things and practice, but we have real games. We go play for real. When our Western medicine going to start doing medicine for real, stop practicing? Because every medical business that you go to, if you look at their article of incorporation, it says medical practice. That's what they do. Prescription medication, supplements. Go ahead.
Sorry, I meant to say this back when you were talking about water, but but I didn't get around to it. For anyone that has like challenges having a lot of water intake, a lot of fruits and vegetables are mostly made of water. Cucumbers 96% water, tomatoes like 94% water,
watermelon, cantaloupe.
Yeah, it's mostly water.
Grapes.
Yeah. So check like Pinterest or just do your research. And if you have trouble getting started on your water journey and drinking a lot of water, eat some fruits and vegetables.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, let's run on. Number 2, how do you show your body appreciation? Oh, ouch. How do you show your body? Does anybody think that's crazy that I would even think that showing your body appreciation is something that is important?
I think that's very, very, very important.
Showing your body the appreciation is the most important thing you could do after eating and all that stuff we just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
How do you?
I give myself massage, and I tell even my clients, go in the mirror naked and really massage and talk to it and start really knowing that your body, your mind, your soul. And I've been doing that since my 20s, and it's a beautiful love-making experience.
Absolutely. Massage is a very, very vital component in our lives, and physical touch. And we're not talking about anything dirty or grimy. I'm just talking about a simple embrace, a simple hug, a simple hold of the hand, a simple physical touch. Human to human touch is important. There's my roommate that I live with, his 83-year-old mother lives here in the house with us, and every morning, as soon as I see her, I run and I give her a great big old hug, because physical touch is important, not just for her, but for me too. Physical touch. How do you show your body appreciation? Rest? Sleep?
My favorite.
Sleep is your friend. Sleep is your friend, man. Rest is your friend.
I'm not on mute.
No, you're not. And please talk up. Please speak up. Rest is your friend. Sleep is your friend. Meditation is your friend. A 45-minute power nap at 12 o'clock to 12:45 is your friend. A cat nap is cool from 2 to 3. And even every now and again at 6:15, if you decide to shut it down and go to sleep and wake your ass up at 2 a.m, that's okay too.
Oh yeah.
And soaking of the feet. I went to a Walmart and they had this $5, Epsom salt and stuff, but I went old school. I got my Calgon.
Yes.
I soaked my feet. And let me tell you, I was like on cloud 9 for at least 3 days. Just soaking my feet with alcohol.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
I needed that.
Look, I got 8 pounds of that good Amazon Epsom salt that just came in the mail the other day. Yeah, Epsom salt and some lavender oil and some aventurine and citrine and amethyst crystals in the bath. Oh yeah. You could just dust me off with some powder and put me in the bed after that. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm telling you, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Yeah, rest, sleep, sleepitation. Sometimes I call it, where you start off meditating and next thing you know, you're snoring. Yeah, that's fine. Look, even in the hustle and bustle of the busyness, and you manifesting this and you incoming that and you're producing this, even the occasional Netflix and chill shows your body some appreciation. We don't think about it.
I definitely fell asleep yesterday at the river.
Yes.
I was sitting on a bench just like listening to the waves crash, and then next thing I know, I was waking up.
Yep. That's showing your body appreciation. Exercise. I do old man Tai Chi, and I do OG old man yoga. It don't look like the yoga and Tai Chi y'all do, but it's yoga is old man, and OG yoga and Tai Chi is what I can do with what I got physically right now. But hey, I don't
do what you do.
I can do that. I can do that. I can still every now and again I'll go shoot the basketball. I'm not running up and down nobody's court, and yeah, that's over with. But that is the exercise. I walk. I do a lot of walking. I will drive my car somewhere, and I'll get out and I'll walk all the way around the mall and back and come back around, and purposefully go out of the building on the opposite side from where I park. So I got to walk all the way back around. I go up and down stairs all day. I have some steep stairs. I live in the basement of this nice house, and I have to climb upstairs just to get out of the house. I keep going up and down stairs all day. Pilates, anybody do Pilates? Hell, straight workouts. I know there's a couple of y'all on here got the thigh burn going on, got the workout going on. I applaud you guys. I've never been a workout guy. Working out, I never saw the benefit of standing there and just my body never reacted to lifting weights and none of that. It never did. I was always kind of like ready to go when I showed up. When I was playing basketball, the part of the game I despised the most was in the beginning when you're warming up. I'm like, dude, I come in here ready to play, man. I don't need to do all this. Let's just get going. So working out and it wouldn't do me any good I have a free membership to a gym of my choice. And yeah, I've had it for 4 years. I ain't even went and signed up for nothing.
You gotta go to EOS.
So that part of exercise has never really appealed to me. I'm gonna get my arse up because my COVID weight ain't moving as fast as some other folks is moving. So yeah, I got to do something because I am not going to buy the next size up pants. I just refuse. I'm not gonna do it. I already done bought the next size up. So yeah, I'm not going to do that again in less than 6 months. No. So I'm going to get my butt to moving, but I'm going to do what I can do, and I'm going to be realistic about it. I'm not going to, set some unattainable goal when it comes to exercise. I'm going to exercise. I'm like this. I exercise when I exercise, and yeah, I'm not going to feel bad if I don't. That's just me. I've been blessed to have a pretty lean body, and I was blessed with a circulatory system and just a skeletal system that, I'm still in pretty good shape. So, and I don't take that for granted, but I do get my form of exercise in each and every day. Anybody? Go ahead, Lynn.
I think it's important, I think it's important to exercise, to do something physical. And, I lived when I moved out of my mother's house for 15 years in my first apartment in New York, first and only apartment in New York. We were living on the 5th floor without an elevator for 15 years. I was there. And when my daughter, she was in a stroller, she wasn't even, I remember having to carry her upstairs, and sometimes I would have to leave the stroller downstairs because it was too much. Put her in the crib or on the bed and come back down to get the stroller. I would have to do laundry, lift it up. For 15 years, shopping, laundry, all that. And I got to go for 53. You should see my body. I'm telling you. Oh,
I already know it's tight because you got to work out every day.
Yeah, but in the last year, my stomach, I have to be honest, and I got my stomach here. I don't know where. I got a conversation with it. I'm like, where you come from?
You know where it came from. You know where it came from.
Yeah, right.
It didn't sneak up on you.
I gotta do my sit-ups. I gotta do sit-ups to do something because as soon as this open, I'm going to Oceanside Beach in California, and I'm wearing my bikini or whatever.
I got you. I ain't mad at you. Ain't it funny how how when we, and this is for all of us on this call, ain't it funny how when we gain some weight, we be shocked. We be like, we be looking at it like, where'd you come from? Oh, that'd be killing me, man. I do it to myself. I'll be like, oh, hell no. Where did this come from? Like you wasn't in your whole body the whole time. You wasn't the one eating a whole bucket of dark chocolate with caramel, like 2 buckets of it. Yeah. You know where it came from.
It right. My chocolates and a little alcohol here and there, and not really moving. Look, I drive. I drive more than walking, and it's not nice.
I used to have a sweet tooth where I would go online and I would buy a 5-pound bag of Swedish fish, them little red little things. They're fat free. That's what it says on the package. Leave me alone.
That's disgusting.
And in about 3 days, they would be gone. Yeah. And they don't process well on the way out. So that's a whole nother story. Physical sports. Anybody play any physical sports? Now we want to make a disclaimer here that a physical sport is different than exercise, because when you play in a physical sport, you're using muscles differently than when you're exercising. But a physical sport is another good way of how you show your body some appreciation, not getting yourself hurt like I did the last time I played a physical sport, but it does show your body appreciation. When you work your body and stretch out those muscles and give it a good run, a good sweat, your body's like, yeah. Do you get home that night, you take your nice bath, eat your nice meal, lay your ass down, and you'll have you a very nice night's sleep. So physical sports and other cardio boosting type of things, Denise Austin made $1 billion in the 80s doing the workout videos. Cardio, getting a sweat going is very important. I attempt to do that at least once a day, get a good sweat going. And then lastly, about how do you show your body appreciation? This is gonna sound real crazy to some of y'all. Do you get in the dirt?
I don't like dirt. I ain't getting no dirt.
What's wrong with dirt?
I ain't getting no dirt. I ain't getting no dirt.
Dirt is got, first of all, everything that you have, everything in your life and everything you have ever had came out of the dirt.
Good. I ain't going
of the earth. And the earth holds the vibration and the synchronicities of the heavenly bodies and all of this. And if you just practice doing this one time a day, where you take your shoes off, take your socks off, and go put your feet in some dirt.
I'll do it in the sand. I won't do dirt.
That's fine. Sand, whatever floats your boat, you can accomplish this in many ways. You don't have to put your feet in dirt. Do you have plants at your house? You have plants?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just play with the dirt in the plants. It holds the vibration too as well.
Oh, I do that. I pot my own plants. I do that. So, okay. I do that.
That's what I mean. Do you get in the dirt? Do you put your fingers in the dirt? Put your body in the dirt? Ground, anytime you get in the dirt, it automatically grounds you. Automatically, and it automatically chases away all toxicity once you ground yourself in the dirt. Do you get in the dirt? Get in the dirt, y'all. Get in the dirt. You remember when we was kids? We was always in the dirt.
Mm-hmm. You didn't know no better.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna go to number 3 and hurry up with this one. Number 3, does your body empower you or hold you hostage? Mm-hmm. That's one of them. Like if I was in the church, I'd be like, "Hello, saints, is anybody in here?" Does your body empower you or does it hold you hostage? And what I'm talking about, first and foremost, ailments, illnesses, and dis-ease. I call it dis-ease, not disease. small d, small I, small s,
yeah,
capital E, capital A, capital S, capital E. Does your body empower you? The way everybody on the call right now, we just gonna get raw. Everybody on the call right now, look at yourself. Does your body flatter you, or does it make you not want to show it?
Oh, I definitely ain't trying to show it right now.
I'm pretty flattered.
After 2 kids, I'm happy. After 2 kids and I look like this, I'm happy.
Look, because y'all already know how I feel. I'll walk down the street buck naked right now. Oh, I give zero about, but I'm at a different place. I'm at a different place. And again, you know, for where I'm at in my spins around this planet, I think I'm looking pretty goddamn good for closer to 60 than anything else. So ailments, illnesses, dis-ease. You know that most of the ailments and illnesses and dis-ease we bring into our own self.
Mm-hmm.
We cause it. I caused the cancerous polyps to form on my colon because of stress and poor diet and poor habits and lack of proper sleep. And it was, you know, it was a bunch of things. It was a whole list. Mm-hmm. We wonder, you know, my roommate wonders why his sinuses and his nose stay stopped up. Well, if you wouldn't go out to the hot tub every night and it's 50 degrees outside and you walk around outside for 20 minutes before you come back in, your sinuses and your nose might clear up. We do it to ourselves. We do it to ourselves. And again, I'm going to go back up to what we started talking about in the beginning, the food, man. Do you know, in the height of my illness and sickly period, food became an enemy to me. An enemy. I mean, I would have to, just to take a bite of any type of food, because food, it was such a trigger. Something was such a trigger in my system that I could take a bite and not even swallow it, and then I would be sick. So I was so paranoid about food. Every food was it was an enemy to me. Ailments, illnesses, dis-ease, weight challenges, either too much or not enough. I was one of them kids, man, that I was like, I don't want to be skinny and I eat more potatoes and eat this and eat that. No, that's the makeup of your body, man. Makeup of my body, you know. Just like we was talking about a minute ago, you know, we get shocked and mad. Where did this come from? We know where it came from. We know where it came from. Then it didn't you didn't go to sleep a size. I didn't go to sleep 36 in the waist and wake up this morning 38 in the waist. That didn't happen. It didn't happen like that. You don't go to bed a size 6 and wake up a size 12 overnight. It don't happen. It's gradual, and we see it and we feel it. More importantly, we feel it before we see it, and before we feel it and see it, our body lets us know, hey, dog, you might want to chill out because you turn in a corner. Weight challenges are another thing that causes outside stress on us. For those of us that weigh more than we want, we stress out about it. Like, oh my God, I need to lose 6 pounds. I mean, we stress the heck out over something so small. 6 pounds is small in the grand scheme of things, but the pressure we put on ourselves to get to this ideal weight, to fit in what society says is the perfect this or the most beautiful this, or this is ideal. I don't think so. Same thing with not enough weight. You know, we know folks that are obese. We know folks that need to back away from the buffet. And then we know some folks that need to go live at the buffet. We know there are mental things, anorexia and bulimia and all of those things that people suffer from. Weight challenges, too much weight, not enough weight. Goes back up to how do you show your body appreciation? See how all this is working together, and then it goes back up to how and what and when you're feeding your body. Does your body empower you or hold you hostage? Let's talk about what most of us, especially when we're younger, what we're always concerned about. Let's talk about physical appearance and other aesthetic issues. Anybody going to be honest and admit that looks matter?
They do.
I've never wanted to say looks don't matter.
Looks do matter, especially to yourself, because the society we live in today, a lot of people, young and old, Black, white, whoever, people in general, have succumbed to this social media culture where they're constantly putting all this fake stuff in your face. And it's a big thing with people comparing themselves to other people comparing other people to other people and saying that this person looks better, that person looks better. So eventually, no matter how much you want to not admit it or how much you do want to admit it, like eventually that begins to affect you mentally, emotionally, however, it begins to affect you at some point. And you have to realize that that's not your journey, that's somebody else's journey. And just because there are X amount of people that like all this fake stuff, all the plastic surgery and the fake boobs and booties that these women are getting, there are a lot of men out there that prefer natural too, and vice versa.
There is a lot of us that like
and natural, vice versa. Yeah. There are a lot of women that prefer certain looks on men as well. So you just have to learn to be happy with yourself. But because of everything else that's going on, a lot of us see ourselves and see other people and we're like, oh, I don't have that. So that plays a part on your self-esteem, on taking your self-esteem down.
Absolutely. Making a judgment about someone else that in effect pumps up you because you're making that judgment that either you don't have something that they have that you're deeming is bad, or you do have something that they don't have that you're deeming is good and there is out of reach for them. Exactly. I know exactly what physical appearance, your natural beauty, your natural looks, you got to play with those. You got to play with what you got. There's really and I believe that beauty is soul based. It's how your soul and your aura emanate out from you that makes a person beautiful or not, and then your outer appearance, the outer shell, just enhances that. Physical appearance is important. How are you dressed? How do you what's your style? What's your fashion sense? Do you have enough sense not to put on one orange shoe and one purple shoe and a turquoise hat and a bright yellow belt?
Sometimes.
What are the other aesthetic issues that come into play with empowering your body or being held hostage? Are you wearing the clothes that fit you? My biggest thing about I see young brothers walking around and their pants is they're not even sagging no more. They way down about their knees now. My whole thing is, why you even put pants on? Why don't you just walk outside with your drawers on?
Right. I saw my nephew. Oh my God, I saw my nephew, and I went to his back and put his pants up. He said, "What you doing?" I said, "Well, what you think you're doing? Come on. Crazy." And then I do have something. I don't know why people wear the black tights. People do not need to wear those. Those have been out of since the 80s. Oh God, I'm like, God. Please, just get some jeans. Just get something.
Oh, spandex got everybody thinking they're a supermodel.
No, it needs to go.
Yeah. Personal appearance, what do you take pride in how you look when you step out of your house, or do you not even just give a what? Would anybody go to the store with your pajamas on?
That's what they do now. Oh my God.
On this call. I'm talking about anybody on this call. With any of y'all, I'm not. Yeah, I got to get dressed to go upstairs and have breakfast. I got to get dressed just to go outside to smoke in the morning. Other aesthetics. Any of you ladies believe that old wives' tale that was going around in my town, that a woman could tell a lot about a man by the condition of his shoes? Y'all ever heard that?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Physical appearance and other aesthetics are important for yourself. And now that we know, everybody be looking at you. Even when you don't even think, if you don't even pay attention, everybody is looking at everybody. Just like you look at people when you're out, guess what? People looking at you. Just like you looking at folks. And the way we make judgments when we're out, guess what? People making judgments about us too.
Why she got on them pajamas?
Absolutely. Why, I'm not even gonna go there, but yeah. Trapezoid backside. Yeah, no, you should not be wearing spandex. You need to put on a side down. You know the pyramid that's upside down where the flat part is at the top and the point is at the bottom. Yeah, that's the trapezoid booty. Yeah, no, you need to keep that all covered. Don't accentuate that. Look like anybody play baseball, watch a baseball game, look like home plate walking in front of you.
I always said, if you're sitting down and somebody can see your back buttocks, the opening of it, you need to start going shopping. Go
Absolutely.
shopping. Go to the secondhand store. Get some fitted clothes, please. I don't want to see it.
Make sure that your physical appearance and your other aesthetic issues, make sure they're up to par, because it's not for anyone else. It's for yourself. It's for yourself. There was a guy in my hometown. Everybody called him a wino and a bum, but he was the best dressed sucker in town. Best dressed sucker in town. His physical appearance and his other aesthetic issues didn't match up with him being the wino and the bum and all of that. It's important, you guys. Physical appearance is important, and not to anybody else. It should be important to you. Be proud of yourself and step out and know you're proud. Step outside and know, you ain't got to have Gucci and name brand, but what you got on, make it clean. And if you got a shirt, a t-shirt and it's wrinkled, iron that sucker. If you don't want to iron it, put it in the dryer for 20 seconds. Physical appearance and other aesthetics count.
I do would like to add one thing. When this, in the last 15 years, I don't know how the society, I think it's a lazy something, where everybody is considered a guy. Hi guys, you guys, I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. It's like, no, I went to a restaurant, I was on with my friend, and she comes, hi guys. And I said, he's a guy, I'm a woman. She came back again, hi guys. She ain't get no tip. She looked at me like I'm crazy. And then even my friend said, she's not a guy. And she get an attitude.
Absolutely.
I think that's so freaking lazy. And when I went to school, they would punctuate that you say Miss, Mrs. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I am, but I am not no damn guy. I'll kick your butt like I'm a guy, but I'm not a guy.
Absolutely. I don't blame you. And that is a perfect segue into the last part of this. How many does your body empower you or hold you hostage? The last part of this, are you aging gracefully, or is your ass just getting old? I'm aging gracefully.
I just turned 49 and I still get carded, so
absolutely. I'm aging gracefully. I'm not getting old.
Black don't crack.
I like. Did you guys? You guys understand? You guys understand what I mean by aging gracefully versus getting old? You know, so many. You know, especially I Am Victorious and Jolene, even David and myself. We got friends of ours in our same age group that look totally different than us. Mm-hmm. They look at us and say, "What are you doing?" And I look at them and say, "What did you do?"
What did you don't do?
I look and I'm always shocked when I see people that were born at, like, even sometimes celebrities. Mm-hmm. And I'm shocked when I find out people were born like close to my age. And I'll be like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Like they look like 10, 20 years older.
Absolutely. 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 That goes back to the how, where, and why we live the way we live. That ages us too. Aging gracefully, we play a part in that. It's not hard work to age gracefully, but it's work. It takes some work because you got to give a F about your own ass. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you have to start eating properly and sleeping properly and getting the proper rest. And when it's time to Netflix and chill, you Netflix and chill and don't beat yourself up over that, and find you some old man Tai Chi or some OG yoga or whatever it is. If it's just walking around your house once a day, do that. Get yourself in some dirt. Keep yourself holistically healthy. Then you won't have to worry about ailments and illnesses and disease.
Have a spa day.
Huh?
Have a spa day.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh God, yeah. We used to go down in Manhattan and have those spa days. My God. Whew,
absolutely.
So I ain't doing that now. I don't trust nobody.
So, you know, it's important that we do age gracefully because, like I said way in another lesson, that physical self, our bodies, it carries us through this life. It does. And, you know, a lot of us probably took the first 30 plus years of our life for granted. Thought we was just going to be young and spry and this is how it was going to be, man. And now, you know, you get past 40 and everything changed. I told you I woke up, went to bed 39 years old. Great health, athlete, all of that. Woke up the next morning, 40 years old, sinuses was messed up, knee was hurting, and had to go to the urgent care. Overnight, just overnight. It was like I developed sinuses overnight. So do your part to age gracefully. Brothers that are on this call or listening to the replay, get your annual physical, man. Get your checkup, man. If you are over 45, get your prostate checked. It ain't no big deal. Get it checked. It's worth it to stick around. It's worth it to find it. They find anything soon enough, they can help you. Age gracefully. Do your part to age gracefully. Do your part. And with that, we're going to wrap it up. I thank everybody for being here. Went a little longer than I normally wanted to, but it's all good. We had a great discussion. I want to thank each and every one of you here. Jolene, thank you for always interjecting. I Am Victorious. Honeybee, thank you. Miss Lemons, David, when is what's your schedule like? Tomorrow or Friday?
Tomorrow I'm pretty open, like in the afternoon.
Okay.
Same thing with Friday afternoon.
Okay,
work pretty good.
All right, I got your reading stuff done, so I will send it out to you sometime before 8:00. And you want to you think you could read through enough of it tonight so that we can have our call tomorrow, or you want a full day and then we'll have it Friday?
No, I can get on it tonight. You know,
all right.
Probably be good for what, you know, the vibes in the air. I could use that as soon as
okay. All right, so I'll send that out to you. When you get the email, just respond back to me to what time that you will have at least an hour and like 20 minutes to block out, and then I'll send you a Zoom link for you and I.
What are your how late do you go, or what's your availability?
I'm cool to go until like 8:30, 9 o'clock. After that, I turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah, no worries.
For real.
I got
you. Yeah. So other than that, so I'll send that out to you today. And with that, anybody else got anything they want to add or interject or intercede into the show today? Nope. All righty. Well, I'm thankful. I'm grateful. Again, this has been On the Sevens with Piper's Beat Metatron. We talked about the physical self and inspire authentic physical experience and master self lifestyle upgrades. Be good to yourselves, everybody, and always know that we will be back again on Saturday. Thank you much, and goodbye for now.
Be blessed.
All right.